Okay, welcome back to the Arch and Column prefab tutorial. This is part 3. We are going to build a real quick 8-foot column with a 3-foot balloon on top, kind of a prefab. We do a lot of these, so it's if you don't do a lot of these, then you can skip this tutorial, but I'm sure you've probably done these. So what we're going to do, obviously, is we need to create an 8-foot tall column and then put a 3-foot balloon on top. So let's go to Object, and we're going to go to New, and we're going to call this 8-foot, 8 with an apostrophe, 8-foot column prefab is a good name for that. So 8-foot column prefab, and then select OK. And then your object view, you can obviously see we've got the names showing up here of multiple objects. So let's go back to our quad 1 twist. We're going to Control A to select all, Control C to copy. Go to your 8-foot column prefab, and then Control V to paste. And that's in the object. We're just moving between objects using the object menu up here at the top. Alright, so now we have the 8-foot column prefab. So this obviously is not 8 feet tall. So let's go to the front view and isolate that. Go to your viewpoint, use your zoom tool to zoom out a little bit. We're going to left click and drag to zoom out a little bit. Use the move tool to move everything down. Your Y is probably still isolated. That's fine. You leave that for now. We'll probably move that around in a second. So what we need to do is make this 8 feet tall. So the first thing we're going to do is Control A to select all, Control C, Control V. Grab the move tool, isolate your Y axis, and then click and drag this second column out like this. And then we're going to stack this right on top of the other one, just like that. Check our spacing. Right here we look pretty good. I'm going to call that good. And then we can zoom out a little bit more and obviously see the whole thing there. Now what we need to do is we need to make this 8 feet, because now we're way over 8 feet. So to take a quick measurement, we're going to go to the cube tool over here, select that, click and drag a cube out here, double click on that, and let's make the X 2 inches, make the Y 96 inches, because 96 inches is 8 feet. So 8 times 12 is 96. And then we're going to make the Z 2 inches also, and then click OK. And what we've made, basically, we're going to enable our XYZ. We've made an 8-foot long measuring stick. This is exactly 96 inches. So let's go to Edit, Locate, and Stand on Ground. And then we'll isolate our x-axis, use the move tool, we'll slide that over so we got it kind of close to where we're working. Okay, so if we count our quads, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 11 quads to just under 8 feet. We do 12 or over the 8 feet. So let's go right here to this one. So what we want to do now is select this top. Use the multi-select tool, the drag select, and you're going to drag select across the top of the whole thing like this, because what that does is selects all of those groups that are in there. You're going to go to Build, and you're going to go to Ungroup. Ungroup. There we go. Sorry, Build Ungroup. And that's going to ungroup all of your objects, so now they're all individual balloons again. Now before you move anything, use the drag select tool again and come over here and select this top bunch of balloons, and then click the delete key, and we'll just slice those right off. And now you've got an 8-foot column basically ready to go right here. Now the next thing we need to do is we need to figure out we got to continue that spiral pattern. So right now these are individual balloons, these top 3, but the bottom is still in the spiral pattern. So let's go ahead and go to your 3D view over here. Click on one view, use the viewport tool to zoom out a little ways. And we're done with this measuring stick, so go ahead and select that and delete that with the delete key. Now if you go into these top 3, what you're going to do is you're going to select, this gets a little bit tricky, what you're going to do is select the start of the spiral below. So we're going to select this balloon here, and then we're going to right click this one, rotate the view, and we're going to right click this one, Build, Group, and then unselect. So now you can see we've got that first one is done. Let's rotate this back around a little bit. So you can see the balloon that's already in the group correctly, it selects the entire column. Does that make sense? So if I go to this one, it's not selected. So let's right click that one, this one, yeah, let me get the selection tool, this one, and then we will select the one down here that's part of that same spiral, just like that, and we're going to go to build and group. I know this is kind of complicated, I apologize. Back over here, we're going to select this top one, going in counterclockwise again, same twist. We're just extending that twist that we already have, and then we're going to right click that one, build and group, and we should have, I think, one more. Here it is, yes. So we're going to right click this one, and this one, spin that around, and then we're going to right click the one in the stripe down below, build and group again. So now if we click on any of these, we should be able to grab the entire spiral. Now if you did it right, you can click on one of these and then hit H to hide, and it should take out exactly one spiral out of the column, just like that. Alright, if you want to test it, you can go over here and you can just make a quick color, and you can go and you can click and apply and make sure your spiral goes around the way it's supposed to. Let's go to this one and we'll apply on the opposite side. And you can see you've got your spiral continues up the whole length of the entire column now. So what you've done is you actually have created a group inside of a group, which isn't a big deal. It gets a little confusing if you're working and having to ungroup and regroup, but we're not doing that because this is a prefab piece of decor you will never, probably ever, edit. Alright, so let's go ahead and take those colors off of there and delete this old color that we made, just like that. So what we should have now is this right here, a nice 8-foot tall column. Okay, we got to put a 3-foot balloon on top of that, so let's go back to our toolbox, which should still be open, and we're going to grab this right here, which is our big 36-inch, right out of any of the toolboxes. Control C, and you want to be in the selection tool, obviously, and then back to your Arch and Column builder. Control V to paste that. Go ahead and delete the color, just like that, and now you've got your 3-foot balloon in here. I know I did that a little different. You can always grab that obviously from your models that you have, which have no colors on them, whichever one works for you. Either way, we just need to get a 3-foot ball in here. You can even make one from scratch if you want to. So we're going to grab that, we're going to drag that up here, and let's actually go to edit and locate, center about origin. Yeah, you see me doing that quite a bit. Isolate the y-axis, and we're going to slide this up to the top. Now we want to do the same thing we did with the quads and get this to intersect with this top quad just right. So let's go to New, over here in the Materials, and set our transparency to 0.25. Select OK, select Apply. Show your top view here, and we're going to grab it from the front here and pull it down using the Move tool, and you can see it collide with that top quad, just like that. Oh, we got a nice little spot right there all the way around. That's just touching. So go ahead and go back to your material and delete it. And what you've got now is a really cool prefabricated 8-foot column ready to go. And now what you can do is take this obviously and start applying colors to it and doing things with it and being able to show your client, here's your 8-foot column, this is what it's going to look like. Alright, so go ahead to File, go to Save, and that's it for the column portion of the Arch and Column Builder. Thank you. I will be back with more later.